Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Wow, if you haven't seen the England match, Reece James started. Beautiful news for us Chelsea fans. If you haven't seen the banger, I'm about to put it on for you and I'm about to put on Thomas Tuchel's reaction as well. Look, fantastic. Absolute screamer of a free kick. So happy for Reece James. As long as this guy can stay fit, I think he can do stuff for us, not just for obviously England national team, but for us as Chelsea fans, he can do something. So without further ado, let's have a look at the goal and then let's talk a little bit about the England performance and Reece James specifically and Thomas Tuchel as well. Check this out simultaneously: Reece James's goal and Thomas Tuchel's reaction. Absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. It was quite a nice distance away, and then Reece James just steps up and bends one around the wall. Sublime, absolutely sublime. Have a look at Thomas Tuchel's reaction. Simply beautiful, absolutely simply beautiful. I mean, reminds us of the good old times when Thomas Tuchel used to be a Chelsea manager. And Reece James used to score quite a lot of goals for us from the wings. Quite poetic, absolutely quite poetic. Reece James, I think this might be his first England goal. Let me know in the comment section. It might be his first English goal. And Thomas Tuchel is the manager. So big up. Look, overall, I think England, they struggled a little bit in the first half, but it is quite difficult when the opposition wants to absolutely royally park the bus. They were being patient. Obviously, Reece James gave them that lead in the first half. And then in the second half, the goals finally started to come. I have to say, look, Marcus Rashford, again, probably didn't impress me much. Yes, he was trying to take on players a lot more as opposed to the last game. The message from Thomas Tuchel definitely did hit. Thomas Tuchel made some changes. Foden wasn't starting. Bowen started. Morgan Rogers started as opposed to, I can't remember who it was last time in midfield, but Jude Bellingham was playing a little bit deeper along with Declan Rice. Mars Lewis Kelly was playing Gehi, and obviously Reece James has started this game. Look, in the second half, the goals finally started to come in the likes of Eze and Harry Kane. Lovely goal from across from Declan Rice, where Harry Kane just tapped it in, and Eze as well. Nice ball from deep from Foden as it goes into the box and scores a nice goal. So, look, big up to Thomas Tuchel, big up to England. Let's see how this progresses. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but I think they are slowly putting the foundation. The stuff that Thomas Tuchel has been saying, I mean, I miss the fact that this guy's not a manager anymore, man. I really do. I think, yes, we were struggling right at the end of his tenure, but I think he would have got us back to where we belong. But not to be. Our owners thought that it's probably wise to let him go. Check out some of Thomas Tuchel's interview for England national team. It's sensational the way he talks. Thomas Tuchel jumped right out of his seat to celebrate Reece James' stunning free kick goal for England. He's always been there for him. Yep, this is all we have now, ladies and gentlemen. Memories of some fine moments. Reece James, look, sensational free kick and overall a very strong performance. He was placed in the formation page as a right back, but he didn't really play as an overlapping right back, gunning up and down. It was more of a right-sided CB. But strong performance. Whenever they needed to push forward, he was pushing forward. Defensively, Latvia had nothing. People talk about him and Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I always say this: Trent is sensational on the ball. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes to defensive attributes, Trent definitely has major flaws. Reece James, ladies and gentlemen, for me is the most complete package as a fullback. I know injuries have hampered him, and then now I don't know whether he's got the capacity to bomb up and down, but he can still, add to that attack. He's got the free kick. Trent Alexander-Arnold definitely has the free kick. He's got the crosses. Trent Alexander-Arnold has the crosses. Like, Reece James doesn't have, like, in terms of ball playing ability, it's not like he doesn't have what Trent has. Trent might have a little bit more in terms of that intricate visionary passes, but Reece is not too far away. But what Reece has as a better package is his defensive attributes, which Trent simply doesn't have. So hopefully Reece James can continue like this for club and country, and hopefully he stays injury-free. That's the most important part. Reece James versus Latvia, one amazing free kick, scored 118 touches, 96 out of 97 passes completed, 99% accuracy, 2 out of 2 long balls, 2 out of 3 crosses completed, 1 key pass, 2 out of 4 ground duels. I mean, it's fantastic. It really is fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk about this clip. By the way, shout out to my man, Chelsea Empire. This is once again a clip from that Bloomberg interview that everyone reported on. I reported. If you haven't seen my earlier video, do check that out, where I covered a lot about that Bloomberg interview that Todd Boehly had. Here's a clip which Chelsea Empire shares. Thank you so much, Chelsea Empire. Big up to you, my man. I want you guys to have a look at this. Let me just share with the entire screen and the sound so everyone can have a look at that. Let's bring that up. Let's pause that. Check this out. I want you guys to listen to what Todd Boehly says. Not once does he actually talk about trophies.
Is the club worth less now that it hasn't won any trophies, that it didn't qualify for the European Champions League, or is it worth more just because of, the league being so popular?
I think the trend is our friend, in this industry. I think the opportunity to be able to grow the fan base around the world, right? Because unlike American sports, we have the ability to grow internationally and build our own revenue base, on that international fan base. So I think the opportunity is enormous. I think the Premier League is, sitting in a great place. I mean, one of the frustrating things as Chelsea owner is that the Premier League's become so competitive. But one of the great things about being in the Premier League is it's gotten so competitive. So, the depth and the quality of the teams are like unlike any other league in Europe or anywhere in the world. So I think that whole element of what's going on, because I don't think it's not really a derivative of did it win last year or did it win this year, right? I mean, this is a club that just celebrated its 120th anniversary.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you saw, pause that. As you guys just saw, ladies and gentlemen, he clearly says it doesn't matter whether you win, whether you won last year or whether you win this year. He talks about opportunities. It's not about winning anymore. It's not like it's clear as daylight, ladies and gentlemen. This interview, and Todd Boehly has done this several times. Iqbali has mentioned this. Feliciano has said this as well, which is who's part of the Clear Lake. If this isn't as clear as crystal anymore, I don't know what will be for all those people who are toxic positives out there. These owners, the concern isn't about really winning. It's about opportunities. It's about finding those aspects of the club, of the league, of football in general, and finding places where you can commercialize. What can you commercialize? What can be turned into revenue? That is the sole purpose. That is the big objective, which is fine. I get it. You're business people. You want to make money. You've got investors. I understand. But nowhere do they ever talk about winning trophies as the paramount objective of the football club. So, ladies and gentlemen, for me, these sort of things are quite scary. And Chelsea Empire actually mentions this. Todd Boehly says it's not really about winning last year or about winning this year. These clowns clearly bought the wrong club. What kind of mentality is this? You're telling us it's about business and nothing about winning. F out of our club. I could not have said it better. I really could not have said it better, as Chelsea Empire has absolutely slammed that. Now, the other story that's taking place here off the back of that interview is, and this is a key factor, it seems like Todd Boehly, let me just share that again properly. It seems like Todd Boehly, ladies and gentlemen, his part of the share might come into jeopardy due to the stadium. This is the only place where they could potentially find themselves in disagreement between Todd Boehly and Eldridge and Clear Lake Capital with Iqbali and Feliciano. I think Todd Boehly is looking to build a brand new stadium in a brand new location. Huge stadium, big capacity where multitude of events can be held. Not just football, but NFL, American sports, basketball, this, that, the other, whole heap of events. He wants to create a whole new stadium. I think Clear Lake Capital are looking to more redevelop Stamford Bridge, stand by stand, where the maximum you're probably going to get is about 55 to 60,000. This is the biggest factor where you could see maybe a split in ownership could happen if they don't align. And Todd Boehly says that, look, right now, everything between the ownership, Todd Boehly has said that it's fine. You know, we all have the same objective in terms of young players policy, long-term contracts, this, that, the other, right? But the only place where they could disagree is in the stadium redevelopment plan. Is it going to be a brand new stadium, or is it going to be stand by stand at Stamford Bridge? And all of this has its own problems. I don't want to, talk too much about Stamford Bridge and redeveloping that, because from a logistical point, there's problems there. From, Chelsea pitch owners' point of view, there's restrictions there. But the one thing that everyone's talking about in terms of potentially going to a new place is Earl's Court. This is what Ben Jacobs had to say. It's understood Todd Boehly favors a move to Earl's Court. And then Ben Jacobs again goes to say Chelsea hope to have a new or developed stadium by early to mid 2030s. So long way to go, man. Long way to go. I'm not sure we can be sustainable without a stadium for that long when rival clubs are now increasing their capacity. This is going to have a huge financial implication for us moving forward in terms of buying players as well, not generating enough income, whereas other rivals are now starting to generate a lot more because they've got bigger capacities in stadiums. Some are building as we speak in likes of Everton. Now, Eunice says something really good about Earl's Court, and he's always said this. I want to just share this with you guys. This is what Eunice had to say. Where has this notion that Chelsea can just move to Earl's Court come from? I'll be honest, if we are to have a new stadium, I would like Earl's Court because it's close to the bridge. It makes sense. Yeah, Earl's Court as a destination is good. Near enough the same area, and it would allow huge expansion of capacity. We love Stamford Bridge, but logistically, it's limited to approximately 55K max. There you go. However, where has this idea that Earl's Court and the development company can just halt their entire real estate residential redevelopment plan after it's been consulted on for 4 years with all the stakeholders, including the council and local residents, all because Chelsea want a new stadium? So a lot of people keep talking about, we're going to Earl's Court. Who said this? Earl's Court, the councils over there have already negotiated that it's going to be a lot of residential buildings happening, a lot of commercial buildings happening. It's the plan's already been set out. Like, they're now going to start developing. Like, how can Chelsea just sweep in and all of a sudden now it's going to be a stadium? All the plans, all the architectural designs, it's all been passed. As it stands, there's no chance the Earl's Court redevelopment company turns back on everything after coming so far, especially as it impacts so many people and their lives, unless there's something to tell us otherwise. If there is, please show me now. Absolutely bang on. So this whole situation where some of these journalists, Ben Jacobs, they need to be questioned. Ben Jacobs, Matt Law, they talk about Earl's Court a lot. They really need to be questioned. We need to put the question out there and say, why are you driving this BS about Earl's Court? The plans and the architectural designs to have residential properties, commercial properties have already been passed by the council, and it's going to start. The development is going to start there. So why are you saying all of a sudden that Chelsea are looking to build a stadium there? There's no talks at all. So once again, these journalists, I don't know what sort of PR they're trying to spin, but it's not a good one. It's not a good one. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Maresca on Instagram. Look, big up to Maresca to try and stay positive. The situation where a large part of the fan base, we don't feel positive because we just come off a loss against Arsenal. That's off the back of so many losses against top teams, and we see the fixtures that's coming up, and it's not looking so promising this season the way we're going to end. But appreciate the fact that Maresca on Instagram saying the hard work never stops, even during international weeks. Of course, it shouldn't stop during international weeks because not all our players are in international. He goes on to say 4th in the Premier League, quarterfinals for the UEFA Conference League, FIFA Club World Cup. Yep, lot to look forward to, of course, lot to look forward to. Together with our fans all over the world, let's keep the blue flag flying high. Look, I truly appreciate his optimism. And as a manager, you need to do that. You need to rally and bring the fans together. But look, actions speak louder than words. It's nice that you've put out all of those information. It's nice that you've put out a post with all of those lovely words to galvanize the fan base, but I need to see action. The fixtures that are coming up, I need you guys all, not just Enzo Maresca, the players, everyone to rally behind and put on a performance. If we want to finish in top 4, oh my God, or top 5, we're going to have to play out of our skin. We're going to have to play out of our skin. And also Conference League, it's not going to be easy. Real Betis, Fiorentina in the mix, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Reece James, Chelsea ownership, Todd Boehly, what he's talking about, in the clip. No mention of trophies. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See ya.